The idea of the excavations began because we really wanted to investigate who these Venetians were, so the biological profile of the individuals and how they were buried. So the treatment of these individuals after death. We also wanted to find this original wall that encompassed the cemetery and understand how the site, how the cemetery evolved over time. So the cemetery of Camposanto is situated in the most beautiful environment. We are on an island that is green. It has a history that is unrivaled. We have medieval occupation of the site through to the historic. And for that reason, we have people participating in our excavation from all over the world. So in the 5 years that we have excavated here, we've recovered about 40 skeletons, 40 human remains. And interestingly, we've found both adults and children, infants through to adolescents. And most of the individuals were either male or adolescents, so we couldn't really estimate their sex. But what was also interesting is that a lot of the adults are quite tall, between 170 and 180 centimetres, which is taller than today's average height according to the World Health Organization. Nutrition of the Venetians that we've recovered from these excavations is very, very good. The people were healthy, quite strong, but they worked hard. We have young people who have Schmall's nodes on their spine, which means that they've got a lot of pressure, that they've been lifting heavy loads. So they were workers. These were people who did a lot of work. So we're undertaking a craniometric study, which is measuring the shape and size of the skull of these individuals, and we're finding that it's quite varied. We're not getting simply European shaped skulls, we're getting also Asian and African traits mixed in there as well. So we think that there's quite a lot of admixture in the genetics of these population, but that's an analysis that is ongoing. So until now we have excavated a 5 by 5 metre section of a 25 by 25 metre cemetery, and we haven't reached the bottom. There is still many years of excavation to be able to find the bottom of this cemetery. We were hoping to find different phases over that time, so we are eventually going to get to the medieval stage use of the island cemetery. We also have a fairly small sample, only 40 individuals, so the more people we get, the better understanding we have of the population.
Coming out to the island has been really great, so getting to work with the skeletons that we have here, it's really about telling their story and getting to know this group of individuals. We weren't sure when we came here, we're getting a little bit more information now. And it is just a really fascinating story. Finding artifacts that come along with the human remains has been a really enlightening experience. Trying to sort of visualize their life and everything they went through to get here and how they ended up here.
When I first came here last year, it was a very humbling experience, working with human remains and kind of being able to look at pathology and looking at age and sex and getting demographics. When I returned, I was excited, but also like it's nice working with a group of people. It's nice working with people from different cultures while analyzing an entirely separate culture as well. This is a very unique program, and this is a very unique place to be excavating, to be working with, and it's been amazing. It's wonderful.